Okay, this right here, I'd mentioned this in another video, that been going through all the colonies. Everything looks really good everywhere. Returning queens are coming back. The returning queens that's come back a couple weeks ago have really increased. They're doing really good. This was one that wasn't doing so good, and the queen had failed, and something happened on the way back. You know, her mating flight killed, whatever the case may be. So there's different ways of handling this, and this will get a lot of different opposing opinions coming in, and there'll be some that pop on and says, well, I can fix that so simple, I got a strategy. Well, you know, everybody's got different strategies of fixing laying workers. So, and the way you can tell, I won't get the frame out because you probably won't be able to see it anyway, is that the cells are just plastered full of eggs, and they're not uniform like a queen. You know, a queen, she's pretty precise. She lays it in the center, and one egg, unless she's a new queen, sometimes they get a little bit confused as a young queen, a new laying queen, and sometimes they'll lay a couple in each cell to begin with, but then they finally get the pattern down. They learn how to lay. Laying workers, and there could be several of them in the colony, and they become queenless, and they take over the role as the queen, and the only thing that they can lay is drones. That's the only thing that they can produce. They can never produce a worker bee. So some people will, and I've tried different strategies. I've tried taking all the bees out, shake them into the yard, and then wait and introduce a new queen, and then hoping that the laying worker can't find her way back, and that's the whole purpose of doing that. Sometimes it works. I've done it and it's worked. I've added queen cells to them, and sometimes that works. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. What I just did here, I went into this colony down here on the far left, and it's got some new hatching queens in it, and I found one of the queens. Good timing again, because a lot of times I try to time it when they're hatching, and about half of them had hatched, and some of them was already hatched out. So the one frame that I found had a couple on there that hasn't hatched yet, but it's very thin on the end. They're getting ready to hatch pretty soon. What I do, this is what I do, and this has worked too as well. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I put the whole frame of bees with those queen cells and put them right in the middle of this colony. Now, will they fight some? Yeah, they sure will, a little bit. I always try to smoke them down and try to cover them up a little bit. Now, this has worked before in the past for me, because the bees that I put in there on that frame had a lot of bees on it. They're going to protect those young queens that are getting ready to hatch. They'll help protect them. Not saying they'll win. Sometimes this battle works, sometimes it don't. It's not a quick, easy fix all the time with the laying workers, because it's and sometimes what I do is I'll find strong colonies, and I'll pull those frames of bees out. I'll find the queen, make sure she's way on the other side of the colony. Like, for example, if this, okay, let's come over here. Let's say this hive right here has a good strong colony in it, and I found the queen and I put her on this frame here. Sometimes, just to save the bees, I'll grab a frame from the laying workers and move it over here on the far opposite side. I've never had any issues like that. I've never had them come over and kill the queen. I've tried that, it works good. Those bees will protect that queen. They will get accustomed to this hive pretty quick. They'll join in. If there's land workers, they will be destroyed. They won't tolerate that. That works too. That way you're not losing any resources, and you're just distributing those empty frames to another colony. So there's different ways of doing it. Hey, put up in the comments what you do. Let's get some from the more experienced beekeepers. Everybody's got different strategies. Beekeeping's never a set rules. It's everybody does beekeeping certain ways. Let me know in your comments how you do it. But just a little video from BarnYard Bees. I thought I'd go ahead and make a video on that, on the lane workers. Don't forget, click on the little bell, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching BarnYard Bees.